So before I get into the main topic, I got to talk about E3. I have to say, I really enjoyed E3 this year. Lots of announcements, surprises, and footages of new games. And I was surprised to see so many games that really got me attached. I love how Halo 2 is coming back with remastered graphics, and finally online multiplayer will be active. But I can finally dream to play Halo 1 online with the Anniversary graphics, which is something I wanted in Anniversary back in 2011. It's great that this compilation pack will finally include that, and I've been wanting to play Halo 1 online ever since I found the PC version. But it had a horrible netcode, and this version is supposed to be very smooth, like LAN-like. I'm also looking forward to the new Crackdown, since Crackdown has always been those games that's just fun to play due to the charm it has. And I loved how we did kind of get to see some Mirror's Edge 2 footage, which looks very promising despite of not being the quote-unquote real gameplay. I have to mention this, but Microsoft really stepped up this year. I loved how their conference was just nothing but games and none of that Kinect and smart glass crap. I'm totally being more excited for the future of Xbox One, since that will be my platform of choice for next-gen gaming, and I'm glad to say that the head of Xbox is really doing his job, and he's leading the right direction due to the choices he's been making so far. So after the first day of E3, I was pumped to see what else is going to be announced. I remember looking on GameSpot and seeing if there's anything that was, interesting in this sea of announced games. And what do you know? I saw the Doom teaser trailer, and I was like, what? So obviously, I watched it, and I loved it from start to finish. That's really how you make a teaser trailer, man. It's not one of those lame 30 seconds nonsense where you don't really get much of a tease. At least that's how, I feel about it. But man, that was a really good trailer. I also had a hard time figuring out if that demon was a cyber demon or Mancubus, but at least what I'm seeing, it's a cyber demon. I could see arguments going on like it can't be. The cyber demon is much taller than that, and I agree. But I don't know, man. Maybe the cyber demon has a son or something. But I'm just gonna call it the cyber demon due to the looks are strikingly similar. I actually do feel like the future for id and Doom might be good so far. I'm definitely having a blast with the New Order, and this game is not really supposed to be like a AAA blockbuster or a game to end it all type of game, but it's definitely quality, and I do feel like id needs to pretty much make the New Order an inferior game, since this is coming from id, a legendary FPS developer, making a new game to a legendary FPS series. I know Doom has been getting a lot of recognition in some of the things it does right compared to modern shooters, like how the gameplay is structured or how the map design is designed from various gaming websites. And I do feel like id is aware of those things, and they may try to live up to those expectations of people. And that's actually a good thing, because, Classic Doom is definitely a great title for trying to make a really good single-player driven first-person shooters. And I'm happy to say that Wolfenstein: The New Order also did, adapt some of those features, but it does have its faults too. Even though I didn't enjoy Rage as much as I should, but Rage was probably a big lesson learner to id, and I do feel like there will be mistakes that they won't repeat from that game. If you guys didn't notice, I do feel quite positive for the new Doom game so far. It's nice that Doom is actually alive, and there seems to be no more news about the game's trouble development, so I'm really psyched for the next QuakeCon, and I still believe the beta is still going to be multiplayer stuff, but it's better than having no gameplay. However, I totally believe this QuakeCon is going to be heavily focused on the new Doom game, which is something I've been waiting for. I don't know what else to say. I don't really like using teaser trailers to describe the game's actual presentation, since these things are there to tease you. So yeah, it's not the same compared to watching a gameplay or a showcase of gameplay. I will say it was a smart move on whoever's part was to release the trailer at E3, since E3 is a bigger conference than QuakeCon, and I always feel like the game would be announced at QuakeCon, but smart move, I must say. This game needs to be a big hit, since I do want Doom to have relevance again in the gaming world, since it deserves it. It's an awesome franchise, and id Software themselves really deserve it too, since they are the creators of the FPS genre, and I really do think it's time for id to take back that crown again and just start making great games for old fans like myself and to people who never even played, played an id shooter to become fans at the same time. To end the video, it's good to see my most anticipated game is actually alive and ready to be shown to the world.